start our Pilates class today, everyone has their ring, their band, and their weighted balls. We're going to start coming onto our back. So we're going to do our warm-up. I generally like to warm up on the back, especially today. So coming onto your back, and I want you to move from a posterior to an anterior tilt. So letting the iliac crest, the whole pelvic, just rock back and forth. When you come into an anterior tilt, you can probably feel a little bit of a stretch in the abdominals. When you come into a posterior tilt, you can probably feel close to positioning as you move through it, that we come into when we're imprinting through the low back, just to maintain stability. And now slowly just come back to neutral, find your neutral, and move from neutral to imprinting. So imprinting, pressing the lumbar spine down into the mat, as if you were making a mold of your spine in Play-Doh. And then maintaining that imprint. And we're just going to lift the chin toward the ceiling and then bring the chin to the sternum and continue. Lifting the chin and bringing the chin back down toward the sternum. Just moving at your own pace, slow and controlled. Really making sure you're feeling a little bit of stretch to the back, the posterior, and the anterior in front of the neck and throat. Two more. And we're going to bring the arms alongside the body. We're just going to inhale, bring the shoulders up toward the ears, and exhale, reach the fingertips toward the feet, not really reaching with the intent to touch, but just elevating and depressing the scapulae. Just moving up and down through the shoulders, however it feels best for you. Two more. And reaching out hands up toward the ceiling this time, still maintaining that imprint into the mat. I want you to reach up through the fingertips and then pulling the shoulders down and back to your mat. Very slow and controlled, precise, controlled movements. So protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. Two more. Bringing the arms down, and now I want you to think about the placement of your shoulder blades. Bringing your shoulder blades into proper contact with the mat. We're going to take our hands now alongside the body to our rib cage, just below the area, around the area of the serratus anterior, maybe a little bit lower. Just on the thoracic rib cage, and I want you to breathe here. So taking a nice big deep inhale into your belly, into the chest, expanding laterally, really expanding through the thoracic rib cage, and exhaling fully. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling, deep belly breath, expanding through the chest and the thoracic portion of the ribs, and exhaling. Really making sure you exhale fully as well, not just focusing on the inhale. And one more time. And so we really want to try and continue to breathe that way, that lateral expansion, really strengthening and giving us access to more muscles in the back, the abdominals of the shoulders, but also helping us breathe more deeply and helps improve our posture. So from here, we're going to bring our arms alongside the body. We're going to do a little bit of ab prep. So we're going to clasp hold of the ring. And we're just going to reach directly up. So I just want to press down with the feet, lift up and back. It's a very small movement. So just lifting with the chest and back. You can see I'm not lifting it very high up off the mat, just lifting a bit. Always exhaling when we exert the most effort and pursing the lips and exhaling through pursed lips to help abdominal engagement. Four more. And we're going to put that ring down. We're going to bring the arms back alongside the body. Now we're going to inhale, bringing both arms up overhead onto the mat. If you find that your shoulders are coming up too high, take your hands a little bit wider apart until your body warms up a little bit more. So inhaling and exhaling the arms at the same time. Inhaling all the way up onto the mat, above the head. Exhaling as we bring the arms back alongside the body. Two more times. Last one. And now we're going to be alternating arms. So I'm going to take the right arm up, keeping the left arm alongside the body. I'm going to inhale, switching the arms, and exhale, switching the arms, maintaining that imprint in the low back, maintaining scapular engagement with the mat so that there's contact there. Noticing that contact. You can feel when you're moving through the shoulder blades. Trying to keep the arms straight. If for any reason this causes any discomfort, just create a slight bend in the elbow. And as I continue, I want to do this more on a diagonal now. So my right hand, I'm reaching away from the body, but my hand is near the hip. And my left arm is up, reaching away from the body, and it's toward the head. I'm going to lift, inhaling both the arms up and over, so the opposite way. So now my right arm is reaching diagonally away from my left. So we really want to think about not just where we place the arms when we do this, but that we're reaching diagonally through the body. So that we're synergizing through the midsection. You can feel this in the spine, and your arms are working together. You want to make sure that where you place them is going to give you a stretch diagonally through the body in that way. So we can feel this if we move with awareness through our body. We know where to place the arms to feel a bit of a stretch, to open up any space in the spine. One more each way. Great, wonderful. Bringing the arms down, we're going to extend the legs straight out onto the mat now. And we're going to do a little bit of a leg warm up with the hip circles. So we're going to inhale, bringing that knee up to the starting position. We will exhale, let the leg fall open to the side laterally as we continue to exhale all the way till the leg is straight and the toes are pointed out. Inhaling as we turn the toes toward the other foot. Exhaling as we bring that leg back up in a circle. Coming back up, inhaling and exhaling, and continue letting it fall open laterally as it extends straight out with the toes pointed out. On the inhale, turning the toes to the medial side, bringing that leg up on the exhale, inhaling at the top, exhaling, and continuing with your own breath. Slow and controlled. We don't need to rush anything. We want to really control this, really maintaining that imprint. We're going to do two more. If you're in the middle of one, finish that one and do two more. And after you've done 2, sending that leg straight back out on the mat. This time we're going to do it with the opposite side, so bringing that left knee up. Taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling, letting the left leg fall open and extending out with the toes pointed away from the body. Inhaling as you turn the toes toward the other foot. Exhaling as you bring that knee up and around in your circle. Back to center and inhaling here. Exhaling, letting that leg fall open. External rotation of the hip and extension of the leg, toes out, and inhaling them into the midline. Exhaling as you bring that leg back up to center and the knee up, and continuing with your own breath. Exhaling, external rotation of the hip and full extension of the leg. Inhaling as you turn the toes toward the midline. Exhaling as you bring that knee up and around, back to neutral. Inhaling here and continuing. Making sure that you're breathing with the movements, trying to synchronize the breath and the movements until it becomes habitual. It is tricky at first, especially if we're used to yoga like many of us are. We're going to do 2 more of those. 2 more. One last time. And then slowly extend the leg back out when you're finished. We're going to bend the knees, taking our feet flat to the mat. We're going to just come up into hip circles. So place the scapulae properly on the mat. And you might need to pull them down more toward the lumbar spine. Let the shoulders come back in contact with the mat. Squeezing the glutes, pressing into the mat, pulling the navel in and up. And we're going to lift up into bridge pose. Just squeezing and holding here. Try not to let the knees splay right open. Maintaining some control. We can gently squeeze, but never so much so that our knees are actually touching. And from here, I just want you just to press up. Slight little presses, very small movements, just pressing up. And each time you press up, squeeze the glutes a little bit more. We're going to now move the hips to the left and to the right, back and forth. Lifting up a little bit more, and slowly roll down. Now with the arms alongside the body, we're going to incorporate the arms into our bridging now. So we're going to inhale, squeeze the glutes, pull the navel in and up, and on the exhale, we're going to lift, squeezing those glutes, bringing the arms up and over to the floor. Really squeezing the glutes. Exhaling, slowly moving with the arms and the spine as you come back to the mat. And continuing with your own breath. So inhaling and exhaling as you lift. Inhaling, slowly lowering. Inhaling and lifting. And when we exhale as we're coming down, you notice you're hollowing out your abdomen so you can make more connection as you bring that spine back to the mat. 2 more times. back to neutral. We're going to extend both of the legs out. We're going to take our hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers. We're going to be moving into crisscross to start with. So we are squeezing our glutes, bringing our feet into dorsiflexion, so our toes are pointed up toward the ceiling in the walking position, dorsiflexion. And we're going to just work on the obliques with crisscross. So we're going to try and keep the left elbow down to begin with and twist toward the left. So you really want to keep the lower body engaged and try and just keep this in the upper body. So you won't be able to come up too much, and that's okay. Exhaling through pursed lips as you come up. Trying to pivot on the elbow if you can. Four more. And coming onto your back, we're going to switch sides now. So we're going to twist to the right. So again, really stabilizing, squeezing the glutes, pulling the navel in and up. And we're going to twist up. Really trying to stabilize yourself with that right elbow if you can. Four more. Coming on, just bringing your arms alongside your body, taking two nice deep breaths in here. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhale audibly sigh through the mouth. So inhaling. One more nice deep breath. And we're going to clasp hold of our weighted balls. And we're going to be moving into the hundreds. We want to make sure we have that imprint, so ensuring you have the imprint in the low back. We can take our legs up to the starting position, so you can modify this. You can make it a little more challenging by angling the legs away from the body. It's very challenging. You could bend the legs to shorten the length of the lever. You could also extend a little bit with the bend if you want a little bit more of a challenge but aren't ready for your legs straight. Whatever feels best for you today. We're going to take the balls into our hands. Imprinting through the low back, squeezing the glutes, keeping them engaged, pulling the navel in and up, lifting the chest and the head, and we're going to pump the arms. 5 inhales and 5 exhales, a set of 10. And that's why it's called the 100. You do that 10 times. So inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. And continuing with your own breath. Looking up or slightly back. The neck is feeling strained. Bring it right back in line with the rest of the spine. And continue. It doesn't have to be lifted very much. Last breath. And taking your feet down to the mat, putting the balls aside and just taking a breath here. And we're going to grab a hold of our ring. We're going to move into the full roll up. So it's a good idea to start with your feet at the bottom of the mat. Since it's a pretty good chance that you're going to end up a little bit higher on your mat than when you started. So we're going to start with holding the ring above. We're going to use this ring for stability. So if you didn't grab your ring, you can use a stability ball. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale with our whole body engaged, squeezing and loose the posterior body, pressing down into the mat. Feet are in dorsiflexion. On the exhale, we're going to roll right up to sitting. And continue. Exhaling as you come up, trying not to let the feet lift as you come up. We're going to do 4 more of those. Just continuing again, making sure to maintain that imprint as long as you're making contact with the mat, rolling up, trying to keep your feet down, and using your own body's momentum and your core to pull you up. And then after you've done your 4th one, coming onto your back, we're going to grab our thick band. So we have this, our unicorn bands. So we're going to take this band, we're going to put it around our thighs to begin with. I want you to create some distance, some tension with that. And we're going to do a little bit of ab prep with the legs up and holding the band. So taking the hands directly behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and just lifting up a bit. Lifting with the chest, exhaling as you lift. And as we continue, we're going to bring the knees in and the elbows up. And exhale out, like the legs out. And really extend them. So you're really putting as much tension on that band as you can and bringing the legs back up. So we're still lifting the chest as the legs come forward, letting the head and the chest come back as we extend the legs out. Just continuing. Four more. And taking your feet to the mat, just taking a breath. And again, we're going to just take our feet onto the mat as wide as we comfortably can, creating some tension with the band. So we're going to grab a hold of our weighted balls. take the balls into the hands, and we want to make sure that the whole arm is engaged. So we don't have our wrists hanging limply. We really want to make sure that we're holding this and that the movement is initiated from the shoulder. If the movement is initiated from the elbow or the wrist, we do really risk injuring ourselves, even into the shoulder, because we're not using the arm the way it is meant to be used anatomically. So maintaining as much tension as you can in the band, so your feet may be at mat width apart. We're going to inhale, exhale, reach up and back. Exhaling as you come up. Four more. Two. And last one. Awesome. Bringing those balls down. We're going to move that band now. We're going to bring that up, higher up onto the legs, between the ankles and the knees. We want it between the ankles and the knees so that if you have any issues with the ankle or the knee joint, you're not causing further damage. So kind of put it halfway if you can, just to protect the joints. Finding your imprint in the low back, we're going to grab hold of our ring. So we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to, in 3 counts, exhale down the legs and the arms. So inhale, exhale, 1, 2, 3, and up. So as we're doing this, make sure you use as much resistance as you can on the band. So pull your legs apart a little bit more. Inhaling, exhaling, pursing through the lips. Inhaling back up. And continue. To a count of 3 now. 1, 2, 3, and up. Awesome. Continue. Keep going. If you don't want to use the ring or you find it's troublesome, you can always let go of it and use the balls if you wish to. You can use whatever you wish to use there. You don't have to hold anything. It's your choice if you want it to be an open or closed chain. So we're going to do 2 more to the count of 3. And we're going to just do singles, exhaling all the way down and up. And continue now. And doing 2 more. And then we're going to be coming onto our side. So we're going to be doing a side bend. So we're going to be seated like this to begin. So I have my left knee up, my left foot flat on the mat. I have my right foot just behind the left with that leg down. I'm going to reach this arm out, and I'm going to inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to come up and extend the arm up and over, inhaling back down. And continue. Three more. Wonderful. This next time when we push up, we're going to stay up. And we're going to do the twist a couple times. Not the chubby tracker twist, a different kind of twist. So inhale, exhale, up. Inhale here, exhale and twist, pressing up through the hips. And inhale back up. Exhaling and twist. 3 more. And coming back down. Awesome. Coming on to our other side now. So this time I have my right knee up. My right foot is in front, forward, flat on the mat. I have my left foot behind the right on the lateral side. And this is my left knee here. I'm going to reach the left arm out. I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to reach up and over. So inhale, exhaling, reach up, straighten out the legs and the body, side bend. Inhaling back down. And continue. Two more. That one was excluded from the 2 more. 1 and 2. So we are going to come up once again, and we're going to come up and we're going to do that twist. So we're going to press up into our side bend, and we're going to do that twist. And we do the twist 5 times. Even though I tell you to do it 5 times, please don't rush through them. Do them slow and controlled. It does feel nice sometimes to feel like you're done, but let's just do them slow and controlled so that we're engaging the glutes, pulling the navel in and up. So inhaling, exhaling, coming up into the side bend. Inhaling, exhaling, pressing up to the hips as you twist. And slowly coming back down. We're going to come onto our side body. We're going to come onto our right side. We're going to take the band, again, between the knees and the ankles. And coming onto the right side body. Sorry. And we just want to make sure that they're, again, not too close to the knees, not too close to the ankles. We don't want to be pulling on either joint. And from here, we're just going to lift up. Just create some tension, lift up. Your glutes are squeezed, the navel is pulled in and up, and breathing. Four more. And releasing. We're going to take a breath here. We're still going to be doing some side body work, so working with the obliques and the transverse abdominis. So this time we're going to take that leg up. And this might be a little bit easier for you than if you've done this before. So lifting both legs at the same time, using the band though. So we're going to inhale, exhale, lift both legs up and down, and continue. Four more. And just letting your legs take a breath here again. You're probably getting a bit tired here in the tensorfascial latae, where we move into the vastus lateralis and the iliotibial band. So we're going to lift our leg, and we're just going to press forward. Just a forward kick, and it's not going to come very far with the resistance band and come back to your starting point. We're not going to come past that. We're not just going to be bouncing around. We want it to be slow and controlled, coming forward, coming back. Coming forward and back. Four more. And releasing. Once again, we're going to be doing the side lifts. So again, create that tension. We're going to do this 8 times. So inhale, exhale, and lift. Two more. Good. Take a quick breath here. And then with the band still, create a little bit of tension. We're just going to press back. So this one I really want to be careful that we're not letting the rib cage pop forward, or that we're not letting anything come forward. Keep that tight line of engagement. Just press back a bit. Same as when we're bringing it forward. Just create some tension and come back to neutral. Three more. And release. We're going to roll on to the other side, the band. And we'll continue. So we're going to create some tension and just press up. So bringing the feet into dorsiflexion and pressing up. Just continuing, using that resistance. We're going to do that 5 more times. And then bring the legs down to a breath here. So we're going to be lifting that leg up, creating some tension. And we're going to be bringing that leg forward and back. Forward and back. Exhaling as you bring the leg forward, inhaling back. Squeezing your glutes, navels in and up, keeping that core engaged. Four more. And taking the legs down, taking a quick breath, and then we're going to be doing our side lift with both legs in the band. So take a breath. If you're feeling a lot of tightness, when we take a little break, let the knees bend so that you can let the weight just fall forward a little bit, releasing some of the tension you're still holding in the muscles. So straighten the legs back out, engage the glutes, pull the navel in and up, create some tension between the bands. Inhale, exhale, lift. Two more. Good job. Take a quick breath here. And we're going to create a little bit of tension and just press back. And we won't be pressing back very much. Just make sure you're not pressing forward through the ribs. If the ribs are staying aligned, we're not letting the ribs lift. Maintaining a long spine as best as you can. Four more. and bringing the legs down. Taking a breath here. We're going to come into our side lifts again. So again, making sure the band's not too close to the knees or the ankles, creating some tension. We're going to lift 8 times. So inhaling, exhale, lift. And done. Good job. Taking a couple breaths here. We're going to remove that band and we're going to come back onto the right side body. So switching sides. This time we're going to have the knees bent. So the knees are stacked in line with the hips. Squeezing the glutes, maintain that engagement, pulling the navel in and up. We're going to be lifting the top leg, but I really want you to make sure you're lifting through the knee and not the foot. So when we lift, the knee should be coming up higher. We shouldn't be lifting the foot be coming up. We're torquing through the knee and the hip. So lifting through the knee and continue. This is a progression from traditional clamshell, which is just this. So if you're finding it challenging, you can always move into clamshell. And as we continue, if you're doing this version and not the regressed version of clamshell, as you bring the leg up, I want you to fully extend, bend, and bring it back down. Extend and back down. So exhaling as you lift and extend, inhaling down. Two more. Good job. We're going to now just take the bottom leg, leaving it bent. We're going to extend that front leg out. We're going to bring it back in line with the body. So we're going to inhale, exhale, swing it forward and back. Slow and controlled. Maintaining gluteal engagement, pulling the navel in and up, really keeping those glutes squeezed and engaged as you do this. Four more. And releasing. We're going to switch sides now, coming onto the left side. Stealing my water here. So coming onto the left side again, with the knees bent and stacked forward of the body. We're going to start by lifting that top leg again through the knee. Sorry about that. So lifting up through the knee and continue. So again, if you need a little bit of a modification, if that you're getting very tired or sore, this is a weak area for most people. You can do the clamshell. And this is just a progression of the clamshell. And as we continue, When you lift, extend through the leg, bend the knee, and bring it down. Looking at one fluid motion and continuing. Exhaling as you lift and extend, and inhaling as you bring it down. Really squeezing those glutes, pulling the navel in and up. 4 more. Good job. We're going to keep that bottom leg bent. We're going to straighten up that top leg and then bring it in line with the body. So we're going to keep that leg up and we're going to keep bringing it forward on the exhale and then bring it back on the inhale. So taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling as you bring it forward, inhaling the leg back and continue. Really keeping the rib cage tight during this one. We do have that tendency to create a lot of mobility through the thoracic portion of the rib cage. So keep the abdominal engagement, pull the navel in and up. Really make sure the rib cage is not popping forward. Check for yourself, is it popping or pressing forward? You shouldn't feel it any more pronounced than in a normal standing position. 4 more. And releasing. Good job. We're going to come into a prone position on our stomach. So we're going to need to have our props all within reach, so keeping them near you at the top of your mat where your head will be. And coming into a prone position, which means on our stomach. So first we're going to come into scarecrow. But we're first going to do a little bit of swimming prep here. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, just want you to lift the arms and the chest a little bit up off the mat. Inhale back down. Really squeezing the glutes, really pressing down the lower body into the mat. Really using your stabilizers. Moving the arms alongside the body and moving into dart. So as we move into dart, when we inhale, and then exhale, we lift the chest, lift the arms, and inhale down. Really squeezing the glutes, letting that exhale help to bring you up as you fill the belly and expand laterally through the thoracic rib cage. One more time. And slowly bringing your arms forward onto the forearms. The elbows are roughly in line with the shoulders. Your hands are flat on the mat. And just taking your head forward in a forward motion. You may wish to rest the forehead down, but you don't have to. And we're going to press down through the legs. So from here, we're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to lift the hands. Inhaling, exhaling, lifting the arms completely up. And as we start to lift, inhaling a bit more, we're going to start to extend the arms out. And then slowly inhaling, bringing the elbows back to a bend. lowering the elbows to the mat, and the hands to the mat, and the forehead down. We're going to continue to do that with our own breath. So inhaling, and lifting the hands, exhaling, and then lifting the elbows as you inhale, and extend the arms up to full extension, and then bringing back the bend, taking the elbows down, the hands down, and coming down into scarecrow. And let's continue doing this in time with our own breath. So in case it feels comfortable for you, maintaining gluteal engagement to protect the lumbar spine, the low back from injury. So lifting the hands, then the elbows, inhaling, lifting, so the breath helps lift you up as you extend the arms out. Pulling them back partially, and then into cactus arms, elbows come down, hands come down, head comes down. 2 more times. Once you've finished, just take a couple breaths here. And then we can take our elbows to the edges of our mat. You can take your face down or place your chin down, or turn your face to the side, whichever you prefer. We're going to bend the right leg. And we're going to just press up through the heel. So I want you to press up and lift as much of your thigh up off the mat as you can, really squeezing the glutes and trying to stabilize at the other leg so that there's as little movement in the rest of your body as possible. Four more. And releasing. Taking a nice deep breath in, as deeply as you can. And exhale all audibly through the mouth. All that you can. Exhaling all that you can. One more time. We're going to bend the opposite leg now. So bending the left leg, we're going to press up through the bottom of that foot now. So whenever you're ready, lifting as much of that leg up as you can, really stabilizing with the other leg. Slow and controlled. Always very slow, controlled movements. We don't want to press too quickly. Slow and controlled, and we reach more muscles and stabilizers. Four more. And release that leg. Taking 2 breaths here again, inhaling as deeply as you can, and exhaling audibly through the mouth. Moving back to the right leg now and keeping that right leg straight, we're just going to lift that leg up. So you can bring that foot into dorsiflexion or plantar flexion, whatever feels best for you, but we really want to engage as much as we can through the glutes and the posterior side of the body. So inhaling, lift up. Just the right leg, really pressing down through the left side. 4 more. And release. 2 nice deep breaths in, inhaling as deeply as you can, exhaling audibly through the mouth. And switching now to the left leg, we're going to be lifting just the left leg. So again, you can have the foot in dorsal or plantar flexion and lifting straight up. 4 more. And releasing. Taking 2 nice deep breaths, deeply as you can, exhaling audibly. So from here, we're going to clasp hold of our weighted balls. We're going to bring them alongside the body with the palms up so we can perfectly just cup these weights in our hand, our weighted balls. Pulling the shoulders down away from the ears if you feel like they're pulling up. And we're going to be inhaling, and on the exhale, we're going to lift the chest, the arms, and the legs, but squeeze the glutes and the posterior side of your body as tightly as you can so that you're not lifting too high. You're doing just what feels best for you and your body. So trying to use the weights, if the weights are too much, you can leave them out. So we're going to start, but this really helps with your triceps. So if you don't like that arm that keeps waiting when you stop waiting, this is a great exercise to do. So inhale, exhaling, and lift. 4 more. I'm taking a little breath here. Taking a quick breath. And bringing those balls now forward beneath the hands and just rolling them so you can get a little bit of a back stretch. Bringing them to where it feels best for you, maybe further, but still squeezing the glutes to protect the low back. And slowly rolling back down by bringing the balls either in or further out. We're going to bring the balls alongside the body again with the palms up. And we're just going to be lifting the arms. So you can place your head down if you wish. You can turn your face down or to the side. You can keep your head up. And we're just going to lift the arms and press. Four more. And releasing. Again, bringing those balls forward and And rolling them forward or back as you need to get a nice stretch in the back. Really squeezing the glutes to protect the low back and the lumbar. Only coming up as high as is comfortable for you. Never worrying about what I'm doing or anyone else is doing. Just listen to your own body. And slowly coming back down. We're going to move one of those weighted balls aside. We're going to keep our glutes engaged, pressing down with the lower body into the mat. And we're going to move our scapula in every direction we can while strengthening and giving us access to the muscles around it. So this exercise we do with the weighted ball gives us better access by moving the scapula, the shoulder blade, in as many directions as possible, giving us more access to the teres minor and major and the rhomboids minor and major. So we're going to clasp with the right hand, bringing it around the back side of the body, the posterior, clasping it with the left hand and bringing it forward and continue. Just nice, long, slow inhales and exhales as you do this. Four more. And just taking a quick breath here. Let the arms come down. Take 2 nice deep breaths and exhaling audibly through the mouth. Clasping hold of that ball. Once again, this time with the left hand, we need to rotate the other way. So clasping hold. And just make sure that you're breathing. We don't have to have a patterning of breathing for this. So inhale and exhale, begin. Put that behind you and just continue with the breathing. Four more. And just keeping the arms down, taking 2 nice deep breaths and exhaling audibly. So we're going to just extend the arms and the legs out away from one another on the mat. And we're going to squeeze our glutes, pulling the navel in and up, really engaging the lower body, bracing ourselves, stabilizing through the scapula and the shoulders. We're going to inhale, exhale, lifting the arms, the chest, and the legs. So inhale, exhale, and continue. Four more. And we're going to come into sideline mountain pose and come onto our back. So we're going to clasp hold of our ring, with our knees bent, feet flat on the mat. And we're going to roll up, rock up to sitting. And from here, we're going to be rolling back into a C shape. And then we're coming up and reaching past that point. So just coming back as much as feels good for you. So Inhale, exhaling as you come back. Inhaling up. Trying to keep your spine as straight and long as possible when you come up, especially. Four more. Last one. And coming onto your back, we're going to come flat onto our back, extending the legs out. And we're going to be taking that left leg straight up into the air. We're going to be making leg circles. We're going to start by making these circles away from the body, so toward the left. Very slow and controlled. If you find it very challenging, and a lot of people do, or you're worried that your leg doesn't look very straight, that's okay. That's part of it getting stronger. That's okay, but you can put the supported leg into a bit of a bend, or a lot of a bend. Maybe partially lift it, that's okay. Do what feels best for your body. And remember that every day is a different day. Just because you could do everything that I'm doing today, yesterday, doesn't mean that you could do it today. Listen to your body. You can always take your hands to the iliac crest, put the elbows on the mat to make sure there's a little movement in the pelvis. If you feel like you may be moving too much, really trying to maintain that imprint, pressing down into the mat. 4 more in this direction. And switching directions, rotating that left leg now toward the right, to the medial side of the body. Making sure you're still breathing, not holding your breath, and 4 more circles. And bringing that left leg down. Just reaching the arms up overhead, and I want you to reach a little bit more through the left hand and the left foot. Then reaching a little bit more through the right hand and the right foot. And again, one more time each side, reaching a little bit more through the left hand and the left foot. One more time through the right hand and the right foot. Bringing the arms back alongside the body, palms down, and we're going to bring that right leg up for leg circles. So again, you may wish to bend the bottom leg a bit or a lot, whatever feels best for you. Maintain that imprint, and we're going to circle out away from the body, so circling to the right. 4 more. And switching direction. Circling now toward the midline, so toward the left. 4 more. And bringing that leg down, sending that leg back out. Reaching arms up overhead, reaching a little bit more through the right hand and the right foot. And then reaching through the left hand and the left foot. One more time each side, reaching a little bit more through the right hand and the right foot. Last time, left hand and the left foot. Bring the arms back up. We're going to bend our knees. Before we move into a few stretches, we're just going to do one more exercise. We're going to do the double leg stretch. So we're going to bend both the knees into tabletop. We're going to grab our weighted balls. We're going to bring them alongside the knees and slightly lift the upper body. So inhaling and exhaling, extend the arms and legs out and back. Exhaling through pursed lips when you extend away from the body. If you need to put the weights down, feel free to put the weights down. Just really making sure that you maintain that contact. If you feel that you need to, you can take your head and your shoulders right down to the mat. You can keep them on the mat as you do this if you feel like you need to, if you're feeling fatigued. Four more. Feet come down, the balls come down. We're going to come onto the right side. We're going to stack our hips. We're going to move into spinal twist. Stacking the hips, the knees, the ankles, stacking the shoulders, and our palms come together. So from here, we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to just keep this really tight, engaged in the glutes, the lower body. We don't want that top knee shifting back. So if you wish to, you can take one of your weighted balls or any other prop that you have to maintain this. Inhale, exhale, just keeping it in the upper body as you extend that arm back and look directly up. Inhaling, bringing that arm back. Exhaling through pursed lips. Inhaling as you bring the arm back and continue. Two more times. And we're going to slowly come on to the other side, doing the spinal twist the opposite way. So I'm coming onto my left side now. And I'm going to put that weighted ball between the knees again. Keep my knees stabilized, ankles together, knees together, hips are stacked. Shoulders are stacked. Really make sure that the shoulders are stacked, that they're not, one's not forward or back. Especially the bottom one is the one we really worry about. People tend to take it forward or back. of alignment. So from here again, nice deep breath in, exhale, opening up, looking directly up. Exhaling through pursed lips. Really reaching back as far as you comfortably can, reaching through the fingertips. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing that prop that you have between the knees. Really keeping the lower body engaged. The navel is in and up. And we'll do 2 more. And we're going to release that, put the ball elsewhere out of the way. We're going to move on to our back, bringing the bottoms of our feet together and letting the knees fall open to the sides, an external rotation. So if you feel any discomfort in the low back, generally it's not as commonplace to feel this after Pilates practice, but if you do, bring the knees up, lift the glutes, and squeeze and lengthen through the lumbar before the knees fall open once again. And you should find that a lot more comfortable in the low back. So taking nice deep breaths here. Maybe taking your hands to the thoracic rib cage at the side, the lateral side. Let's raise the anterior if you want a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Inhale deeply into the belly and expand laterally through the rib cage and exhaling. Let's continue breathing like that. Two more breaths. Last one. Bringing the knees up. We're going to extend that left leg up and bring that right knee in toward the body. I'm going to just gently move that right leg side to side, initiating this movement from the hip. We're going to take that left hand to the top of the right knee and we're going to bring it right across to the left side. You may need to place a prop underneath it. If you wish to maintain alignment, you might want to push something underneath it. And we're going to extend that right arm out in line with the shoulder, turning our face toward the hand, and just taking a few deep breaths here. Again, really trying to expand through the rib cage. That nice lateral expansion, really letting them widen up. Exercising using your diaphragm as fully as you possibly can. Slowly bringing that right knee back up. And we're just going to bring that leg up. It doesn't have to be completely straight, but we can take the hand behind the thigh or the calf. We're going to point the toes toward the ceiling. And then point your toes down toward yourself and continue. And then making small circles in the ankle, one direction to begin with, and we'll be switching in a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes, a couple seconds. It'll be a long time. And we're going to switch direction now, circling the other way. So just getting the synovial joint fluid moving. So synovial joint fluid lubricates the joint. Makes it less difficult to move. So sometimes we feel very stiff in a joint. Some of them are synovial joints and some are not, but sometimes it's because of that we need to have more movement, more ambulation through the joints on a regular basis. Bending that right knee and extending that right leg out. We're going to bring that left knee in toward the chest now, just as much as is comfortable for you. And then starting that lateral movement side to side. This movement is initiated from the hip. Not the knee, not the ankle, the hip. And when you feel ready, you can take that right hand to the outside of the left leg, bringing that left leg across the body and extending that left arm out in line with the left shoulder, turning your face toward the left hand, getting a nice twist and stretch here as you breathe. slowly bringing that left knee back up. Straightening the leg out just as much as it's comfortable. Maybe it's straight, maybe it's not, it doesn't matter. And we're going to point the toes toward the ceiling and then point the toes down toward ourselves and continue pointing up and down toward yourself as best as the foot will allow. And then making small circles in one direction through the ankle. Maybe you can hear cracking. Bursitis. Bursitis is very common, not something to worry about unless it's causing you pain, but generally it's just a sound. Often if you hear a crackling noise, it's usually a sign of arthritis, and that's the most common what we hear in the knees, not the ankles, but a lot of people have cracking, switching directions, cracking in the ankle, and you may have had this even since you were a kid. Some of us can recall even just walking down the stairs and our ankles cracking with every step. But we need to properly ambulate them as much as possible. And all of these are exercises suggest doing on a plane. Why should we not be doing them all the time when this is bearing the weight of our entire body? Slowly bending that knee, and we're going to extend that leg back out. I want you to reach the legs and the arms out in a starfish shape, really reaching in every direction, trying to maintain that imprint in the low back, but reaching the arms and legs away from one another. And then moving the arms and legs like a snow angel. So this is a bit of a dynamic movement. Usually not what we do near the end, but this is great for lymphatic drainage. So given that there's this virus going around, we really should be thinking about lymphatic drainage exercises. And I'll have some of those that you guys can do if you want on my YouTube channel. There's already one up. But I'll keep doing more. So just do this 3 or 4 more times. And then extending the legs out. We're going to be moving into our final resting pose of Shavasana, which isn't traditional for Pilates, but we're doing that in this class today. So if you have a blanket that you'd like to cover up with, or a bolster, feel free to help yourself. So we're going to take our feet to hip or mat distance apart, bringing the arms alongside the body, comfortably close, but never so close that your shoulders have lifted up off the mat. Your palms are up. Your fingers are slightly curled, and closing your eyes. You're going to relax your forehead, softening your eyes, relaxing your jaw so that your teeth are not touching. Bringing your shoulders down away from your ears, broadening out your back, letting it rest as flat as it comfortably can against your mat, and then gently scanning your entire body, making sure that you are not supporting yourself with your shoulders, your elbows, or your outer ankles. And just completely letting go of your physical body and letting go of anything inside you that does not serve you in a positive way. With each and every breath, allowing your body to relax a little more deeply into your mat. Noticing all the points of contact beneath the backside body and the mat, and noticing all that space above and around you, really allowing yourself to open up into that space. And today, I want you to think about how many things in your life that you save for special occasions. Maybe you have a favorite jacket, a favorite dress. Maybe you have fancy dishes and you only use them on holidays. And so I ask you to question this. Why do we save the things that we love the most for special occasions that we may never get to see? One day somebody will be discarding, or we will be, every single thing we own. We can learn a lot from children in this regard. When children have a favorite blankie or a favorite bear, they take that bear with them everywhere. They take that blankie, they drag it around everywhere till it's ratty and tattered like the story of the Velveteen Rabbit. And they become real because they are loved so much. And we instead, when we love something, we want to lock it up and hide it away and only bring it out for special days. So consider this. Today is the most important day of your life. Not because of what you have to do today, but because you woke up. Because you're alive. And I cannot think of anything that's more special than that. So even if you're not going out of the house, doesn't mean you can't get dressed up. Put on your favorite dress. Use your fancy dishes with the kids. We don't need to wait for a special occasion. Life is a special occasion. And to those of you who know me well, they know that one of my biggest pet peeves is when people say that life is short. Life is not short. Life is the longest thing that you will ever do. I think what people really mean to say is that life is valuable. Life has value, but only the value that we assign to it. We tell ourselves we're busy all the time and that this isn't a special enough occasion to wear this beautiful dress, or wear these shoes, or wear this jacket, or use these dishes. What are we telling ourselves about our life? It's not a special occasion. So today, just let yourself accept for a moment that today is a special occasion. Every single today that you open your eyes, and maybe you have loved ones beside you to be grateful for as well. Maybe you wake up next to somebody every day. Maybe you wake up to other people in your home every day. This is a special occasion. We don't need to wait any longer. Use your things and love them now, because one day somebody's going to be going through them. One day somebody might just donate them. You might as well enjoy what you have. So what if it gets worn, like the Velveteen Rabbit, if it is worn but loved? Sometimes those things mean the most. Maybe one day when someone's going through your stuff, a long time from now, they might see something that is very worn and know. And remember how often you used it and how much it meant to you. Because it won't be something that people have never seen, that has hidden away in your closet or your cupboards for years. It'll be something that people have seen you use and wear and love. There's no sense in purchasing or owning anything we don't use. So taking a moment right now just to feel grateful for your life, for that breath you just took, for this day. There is always something to be grateful for, and if all of us were to right now take all of our problems and put them in a pile, we would all choose our own problems and take them back. Always be grateful. Every time that we are not grateful, we are saying to the universe, no thank you, for the gift that we have been given, this life, this presence. Enjoy it to the fullest, because there are many people who do not have the opportunity to do the things that you're doing, or didn't even wake up today. So letting gratitude for this day, just for this day, we only have to do right now. Just be grateful for this day, for this moment, for the ability to participate in this class and how great it makes your body feel when you're done, even when it's challenging to get through. And then slowly let this feeling of gratitude transform into a bright, white, warm light. And visualize this light surrounding your body, and recognizing what this light may feel like in your body, so that you can come back to this feeling anytime you need to, and remind yourself just how grateful and fortunate and blessed that you are. Now slowly begin to invite movement back into the body, perhaps thinking about wiggling the fingers or toes, or maybe actually doing so, but listening to your body. If it feels good to lie just where you are, just continue lying there. Again, if you wish, you can reach your arms up overhead and stretch. Or again, just continue lying as you are, listening to your body, only moving when it feels right for you. Again, if you wish, you can bend the knees, bringing them in toward the chest. Or you can keep your feet flat on the mat. If you've kept your feet flat on the mat, you can let the knees windmill from side to side. If you brought the knees into the chest, you can just gently allow the weight to shift from side to side, not full out rocking. It doesn't really benefit us much at all, rocking side to side, but a small shifting of the weight can create some space along the erector spinae muscle group. And then, when you're ready, if you're ready, you can slowly make your way up to sitting. If If you chose to come up to sitting, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead, bringing the palms together in Swahastikhi, taking your hands to heart center in prayer pose. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.